Hey Taurus! Happy Sagittarius season! How we doing, my little bulls? This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. In terms of what we can expect for Sagittarius season, what is coming down the pike for us, what Spirit might be trying to illuminate, and why. So, while I'm shuffling these cards, I would like to ask you and me to take a few deep breaths and really connect. Ask my higher self to come on down. Ask your highest self to come on down. All your protectors, angels, guides, guardians, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, all the AAs out there. That 2019 has really been a year where we find out what we're made of in terms of this feels good and this feels doesn't. This feels doesn't. This doesn't. this feels doesn't. That we are collectively kind of getting shaken up and woken up in terms of how we are or are not where we need to be for our spirit right now, because moving forward will really sort of be this task of how can I stay aligned and in my highest vibration while the world around me shifts in ways that I have never seen before, because that is the flavor of the game for 2020. That we've got some very heavy-hitting astrology coming up, and it's all designed to sort of wake us out of complacency in terms of where we are and where we need to be collectively and as individuals, and that is challenging enough to navigate as an individual. But when we do share this energetic space with everyone, and we all kind of, have individual implosions happening in our aura as things sort of recalibrate and then exist in the same arena with others as they are having the exact same experiences as we are, it can be extremely overwhelming. And so using this intensity right now, especially gearing up for the holidays, is an opportunity for us to really flex that muscle in terms of how do I only let into my sphere the things that are there for me to hold on to, and how do I seek to drop the things that aren't. And so with that said, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Venus, what can we expect for Sagittarius season? What's coming through for us this Sagittarius season? You guys, this is great. This is the Ace of Cups. This is a fresh new beginning. This is a fresh start. This is, if you have ever stepped into like a botanical greenhouse and you've walked in and you're in the right place, because the second you take that first breath, like the humidity is just like choice. And you can kind of feel it go down into your lungs, and your skin is happy and your lungs are happy, and the oxygen is better. That is the physical manifestation of this Ace of Cups energy. It is a gift from the divine. So this could be a new romantic start. This could be a new romantic phase if you're in a relationship. This could be just this fresh new energy where you get to... Oh, shit. Okay, wow. All right, we also have Ace of Swords that just flew out. So this is kind of being clear in terms of what you want with this fresh new energy. 2 aces, guys. Like, holy fuck. That's really fucking great. That is being able to take the clarity of everything you've learned. That is a gift from the divine of taking what you've seen, taking the challenges, taking, kind of your own personal sword of truth and being anointed in your own inner knowing, and then having the ability to kind of slice through all the things that don't align with that own inner knowing in terms of this new kind of emotional beginning that you are being offered or seeking out. So that's fucking amazing energy for Taurus coming through. All right, let's get some clarifiers here. What is this Ace of Cups about? And then we'll go into the Ace of Swords. What's this? Okay, that's too many. That's too many. Ace of Swords, please, Spirit. I'd like clarity on Ace of Swords. Okay. Ace of Cups, rather. Ace of Cups. We've got Ace of Cups clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. And so the Knight of Pentacles, in terms of the 4 knights that we've got the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. He is the slowest moving, but he is the most methodical in terms of he has packed his trunk to make sure that all of his luggage is neat and organized and very compartmentalized in terms of a Tetris layout. In the back of his trunk, he has done all of the financial projections that he needs to know where he gets to go in terms of if he has the budget to feed the horse, if he has the budget to stay in a motel, if he has the budget to have a meal out once or twice, that he is on a journey to get to somewhere with a message for someone. And while he is not moving very fast, he is moving surely, and he is moving groundedly, and he has really put in the legwork to bring this new emotional beginning to you. So this really feels like someone stepping forward. If you have been single for a while, there is potential, either with it, whether it's with a new person, and it would probably be with a new person because we've got 2 new aces here on the table, that should this be a romance that you want to go down on, sometimes I don't hear myself speak, that's a thing that you can have, that's a thing that you can do. So, potential new relationship stepping forward for you, Taurus. Very exciting. What is this Ace of Swords about, Spirit? All right. Ace of Swords clarified by the 6 of Swords. So there might be some clarity here. It's looking like there's some clarity in terms of where you're not happy, where it is time to move on, where, you know, you kind of have to get in your boat and push away from the things that are no longer serving you. What are we moving away from here, Spirit? What are we moving away from? Hold on. Let's see here. 1, we're moving away from our addictions, you know, the things that aren't serving us. We're seeing where we've had the free will and the ability to leave all along, and kind of really getting clear on, oh shit, I don't want to be in this addictive energy anymore. And we've also got the Lovers reversed. So it's looking like there might be either a breakup or a realigning of a relationship in terms of understanding or seeing for the first time, oh fuck, I'm not really aligned in this. I'm not being the best person that I can be. And the thing about the Lovers is, yes, it can talk about relationships with another person, but it also talks about our own internal masculine and feminine energies in terms of, are they working together and are they aligned? Because when they're aligned, when we are aligned in our masculine and feminine energies, when our feminine is capable of holding our masculine, and when our masculine is capable of protecting our own inner feminine, that is when we are really feeling safe to move through the world. I'm gonna sneeze, maybe, hold on. Excuse me. Where we can move forward as the methodical Knight of Pentacles, who really always gets to where he's going, but he gets to where he's going because he's really fucking planned everything out. He has the clarity of Ace of Swords to know where he's going. And it's looking like that's a thing that you know. You know that whatever relationship this is, whether it is romantic, and certainly there is potential for a new romantic relationship here on the table, or whether it's an old one that you've just received clarity in, and oh fuck, I am not being the best version of myself in this, that it is time to move to smoother waters. It is time to move to a place where I am not put in this energy of addiction, where I don't feel aligned in my own internal masculine and my own internal feminine. And how do I get to that energy of alignment? Well, Taurus, it looks like you're getting to that energy of alignment by being patient and really putting the footwork forward in terms of, I know what I don't want from a relationship. Now, what do I want? Because the gift of Spirit is here. It's saying that if you have done this work, and it's certainly looking like you have, the next thing is stepping forward. So what is this Knight of Pentacles bringing? This is hilarious. This is so Knight of fucking Pentacles. We've got the Hanged Man and the Magician reversed. The Knight of Pentacles is moving slow. And so for a lot of this Sagittarius season, it's about kind of allowing the things that need to manifest, a Magician reversed, the space to manifest in their highest vibratory thing. The thing about the Magician, he is a master of the elements. He is the ultimate alchemizer. He can also be a little bit shifty. This does not feel like shifty energy because he's upside down, but rather this feels like allowing the things that haven't manifested yet the time that they need. This is the Hanged Man. I don't know if I'll use any of those for a thumbnail, but this is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man comes along when there is a pause in energy, when we need to consider things from a different perspective. And this is very interesting, kind of the push-pull of the cards on the table, because we have the Ace of Swords. So it's interesting between knowing you have the clarity and there is this want to move forward, and there is this internal freedom in terms of removing yourself from the things that kept you addicted or small or feeling trapped or chained, as it relates to you being able to be the highest vibration in terms of alignment of yourself in the physical dimension. And so when you've done the work on one hand and you're ready for the next, it can be frustrating when you get the Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man is all about wait and see, wait and watch, wait and get a different perspective. That the things that are so beautiful for us and so aligned for us take time, because we have to understand that we might be ready, but there are all of these sort of intersecting circles in terms of how energy moves through this world, that all of these kind of little explosions have to happen to get all of the inner pieces aligned so that that flow of energy can manifest. That you're clear in what you want, you're clear in how you can get there. It's just about really allowing, really allowing right now. So what are we allowing? How can we better allow? Nine of Pentacles. We can better allow by being grateful for the things that we already have. We can better allow by really taking on a higher perspective, using our own pet falcon, whatever that pet falcon may be, where we can go really insular and really micro and really sort of quantum in terms of understanding what is falling away from us and why, and what is stepping forward for us and why, and what our body might be trying to communicate to us right now, what our outside world might be trying to communicate to us right now, and seeing, and then pulling back and kind of seeing how all of these really tiny, microscopic explosions happening within you are changing your outer physical world. Because it's feeling like there are a lot of shifts happening, and there's shifts that have happened internally first, as most shifts do, you know, where you get your Ace of Swords steps forward and you have the clarity to know where you need to go and know what you need to do. There's really a lot of impatience with this kind of pause in energy, and that's totally a thing I can understand. And the interesting thing about Taurus, my moon is in Taurus, and so this is something that very much resonates for me, is that we are the most fixed of fixed signs. We are fixed earth, and we can have patience, but it's not something that we're particularly strong at. And there is a need or a want to kind of control the timing of this adventure. And again, this is something that you can't control. This is something that is out of your control as the Magician. And we've got the King of Wands here just kind of watching all of this stuff happen, kind of watching all of these internal aha moments, watching all of these ways you don't want to be chained to what you were before. And there's this vulnerability happening that feels like it must be protected, right? That it must not be shared, that we must cover our heart, we must, you know, just keep money on our mind and not really pay attention to anything else, because we can be so focused on what we do or do not have, because we are trying to kind of hyper manage this experience that's trying to step forward. But again, patience is a virtue, because divine timing is at play, because if you got whatever you wanted right now, it might not be exactly what it needs to be in order for you to be the best version of you that you are. How can we best move through this energy? Taurus. We can best move through this energy. Six of Cups. Seeking out joy for being joy. Bringing someone flowers for bringing someone flowers. Like just embodying kind of this childlike innocence where you do not give a fuck about the external power structures around you that could be crumbling, where you are not seeking validation from outside sources, where you are face to face with your own values and your own heart and your own vulnerability, where you can kind of embody this childlike joy and energy with every single one around you. And this, especially with the Ace of Cups on the table, that you know what this feels like, because you know what feels good. You know that this is something that you're wanting, and it's something that you're expecting in terms of when the fuck is it gonna get here. And wanting to hyper manage the entire experience without necessarily being vulnerable in this, even though the clarity is here. And clarity is a gift, but clarity then also can be a challenge, because it's now you know, and now what are you going to do about it? So that this internal journey is kind of coming to a close, and it's really about making planned moves during Sagittarius season.